Praise the Lord, this is Dr. C. Dexter Wise III, and welcome back to the video version of Every Day with Dr. Wise, where you get a mighty message in about 3 minutes or less. We are in a series, Trick or Trick, based on Genesis chapter 3, where we're identifying several tricks of the devil that are obvious there in that passage. The trick we're going to talk about today is that he makes death look delicious. He makes death look delicious. Okay, so in Genesis 3:6, Eve is being enticed to take this fruit that she's not supposed to take. And there are three things that she notices. Number one, it's good for food. Number two, it's pleasant to the eyes. And number three, it could make her wise. So despite the fact that there's death in the fruit, the devil has wrapped this thing up to show her there's a function in it. It's food, that it's beautiful, it's pleasant, it's nice to look at. And as a bonus, you eat this stuff, you're going to be wise. But let me tell you one thing. He has a way of wrapping sin up in such wonderful packages that we don't really know what's on the inside. So let me give you a clue. Whenever the devil presents sin to you, before you partake of it, read the label. On the label, it will tell you what the ingredients are, just like you do in the supermarket. So the next time you see sin, look at it, and you'll see death, you'll see destruction, you'll see hurtfulness, you'll see unreconciled life. You'll see where you're separated from God. All of these things are on the label, and we disregard the label. We just take it off the shelf. Don't take stuff off the shelf from Satan. Read the label. And then you see these commercials. Have you ever seen these medicine commercials where they say this is the best drug since whatever, penicillin? And then there's a little man's voice that you hear in the background. In the picture, you see people frolicking and having such a wonderful time. I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be healthy. But in the background, there's a man saying, if you take this stuff, you might get diabetes, you might go blind, you might lose one limb, you might die, your lungs might fall apart. All of these things are under the bottom while you're watching these people all happy. And that's the way the devil is. He shows you this pretty picture, but if you pay attention, there's somebody in the background telling you, don't do this, because if you do it, you're going to die. And then the last thing is that when you see the devil presenting all these things in terms of death, ask yourself the question, what happened to other people who did this same thing? Am I the only one? And if I am, what happened to them? Did they survive? Did they come out all right? And 9 times out of 10, what happened to them is something you don't want to happen to you. So the devil has a wonderful way of making death look delicious. Don't fall for that trick. Trust God.